Thank you, Barry. And this week it's great excitement and success for Fortuna Syndications in Singapore. Lord Roberto has won again. You could be a winner too with a beautiful filly just purchased at Karaka. This Darcy Brahma filly is looking for new owners who will love and cherish her and watch her win many races. John Galvin, welcome to The Beat Goes On and the world of racing.
Yeah, great to be here as always,
the horses
Jared.
go on. That's what it's all about,
do.
John. It's been a fantastic week for you, haven't you? You've had great success in Singapore, and
yes.
Of course, our own New Zealand horses. It's a done deal. He's doing well in Australia.
Well, it's a done deal. It's just a wonderful 3-year-old. He had a magnificent spring campaign in Australia, and now he's won 2 legs of what they call the Triple Crown. He's won the Randwick Guineas, the Rosehill Guineas, and he's now the Rosehill Guineas he won on Saturday by 6.5 lengths with James McDonald in the sally.
6.5. That's a good win, isn't it? 6.5 lengths.
Yep. And he's now the hot favourite for the Australian Derby to be run in 2 or 3 weeks' time. So it's great news.
Good on New Zealand horses.
Absolutely.
It's a done deal.
It's a done deal, yeah.
Now that's New Zealand in general, but of course your own success for Fortuna, Singapore's just racing hot for you at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, we're on fire in Singapore. Our trainer Mark Walker's the leading trainer in Singapore. 25 winners in the year to date. I think number 2 trainer, 17 winners. And we've having a great run with the Fortuna horses. Lord Roberto won for us again last Friday night in dramatic fashion, and it was just great.
Well, why don't we have a look at Lord Roberto winning, and then we'll talk about what it means for the owners of Lord Roberto.
Sure.
So let's take
on the outside. Lord Roberto kicks pretty strongly. Lonesome Me is about a neck away. A gap to Casino King, Galehouse and Gordon Roberts, but Lonesome Me's just dropped off a little here. Kicking strongly, Lord Roberto, and Lord Roberto well rated. The treble for Harry Cassim. Lord Roberto kicks away and wins by 2 over Lonesome Me. Third in Darley.
What a beauty! John, you must feel so proud when you see one of your horses.
Yes, indeed. So that horse, Lord Roberto's, he's a big, strong, staying type. He's had 10 starts in Singapore, and he's won twice. Only been out of the money once, and he's won over $100,000 in Singapore, and he's just getting going. He's got a whole career in front of him.
Now, what does this mean for, this is what Fortuna's all about, racehorse syndication.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean for those 20 owners of Lord Roberto? What are they feeling at the moment?
Well, from the emails I get and phone calls I get after the race, people are very excited, of course. But there's 2 things. First of all, there's the excitement of owning a winning racehorse, and that's something you can't really put a value on. But secondly, there's the financial side of it, and these people have now got all of their costs back from sending the horse to Singapore and training him up there and so on and so forth. And he's still got a whole career in front of him. For example, later this year, he may go to the Singapore Derby in July, which is a $1.1 million race.
Wow.
For 4-year-olds, and
that's the jackpot, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
But later in the year, in November, there's also the Singapore Gold Cup, which he could well be suited by because that's a handicap, and that's a $1.3 million race. So lots of excitement ahead for the owners of Lord Roberto.
Now you have to be in to win, don't you, John? That's a famous old statement. But what do you have to be in? Give us 60 seconds on what Fortuna do. So just in case we've got new viewers who don't know who John Galvin is.
Sure. Well, I'm the director of Fortuna Thoroughbred Racing, and what we do, Jared, is we go to the yearling sales and we buy really nice horses that meet a certain criteria. We package those horses up into shares and sell shares to the public. Each horse has its own syndicate, and we then provide the management services to see that horse through its racing career. Yeah, we buy on pedigree and also what we call type. So we're looking at a certain athleticism in a horse, and that's what we're basing our selection decisions on.
Now, John, before we finish with all the good news, there's good news for those who have taken our advice and looked and tried out the 14-day free trial with Racing Tips, New Zealand Racing Tips. Wow, last week was a beauty for them, wasn't it?
Sensational.
Yes.
Saturday the 30th of March, there were 3 race meetings around New Zealand, and they tipped out 11 winners. 3 nice first 4s and 9 trifectas. So
That's pretty good going.
They've got a good team of researchers, and I'm a subscriber myself, and I'm very happy with the results they're giving to me. And the great thing, it's a web-based service, so all that viewers need to do is go to the website and click on, there's a 14-day free trial.
Isn't that wonderful? You don't have to, you try it out for 14 days. And just look at what happens. Wonderful. Yep. So we have the web address on the screen, www.racingtips.co.nz. So Google them and sign up for the 14-day free trial. Can't go wrong.
It's well worth a go.
And what else our viewers should give a go is this beautiful, beautiful filly that we've got to talk about today, re-syndication. A wonderful filly. Its dad or sire is Darcy Brahma, one of the hottest sires in New Zealand.
But gee, Darcy Brahma is on fire as a stallion,
yeah.
Absolutely. And on March the 30th at Awapuni in Palmerston North, his 2-year-old daughter Recite, who had previously been unbeaten, won one of the best races for 2-year-olds in New Zealand, the Manawatu Sires Produce Stakes, in absolutely dominant fashion. And it's just a great tick for Darcy Brahma as a sire.
So why wouldn't you, John? Why wouldn't you, John, invest in a wonderful young filly like this?
So our filly that we are syndicating today is a year younger than Recite. She's a yearling, Recite is a 2-year-old. And of course it's all in the future to see whether our filly can be as good as that one, but Darcy Brahma is certainly putting the runners on the board, and this is a great opportunity.
And that DNA is going straight into our filly today.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we need the price, John, if you decide to invest in this beautiful filly.
So for a 10% share, which includes all of the initial costs,
10%,
it's $9,500.
Yes.
We're also doing 5% shares at $4,750.
Yes. Okay, 4750.
Okay, and a 2.5% share for $2,375.
75. Excellent, excellent.
And then we have ongoing costs as well.
Don't forget those.
Yes, $300 a month for the
10%
share, $150 for the 5%, and $75 a month for the 2.5% share.
Now, John, we've talked about everything else, but how to get hold of you?
Sure. So the best way to do that is 0800
0800
100.
No, not by heart now. 667.
Correct. Or directly on my cell phone, 021
021
921
921
460.
460. And of course, there's always the website. Great way to get hold of you.
Yep, www.fortuna-nz.com.
Wonderful. John, I don't think I can take all this good news. Every week you come and see me, you've got another horse's one, so we've got this to put up with every week.
Every week. I look forward to that.
Okay.
See you now.
See you in 2 weeks' time. Thank you, John. The Beat Goes On. We'll be back after the break with our special guest, Tom Evers Swindell.